Welcome to Solutions Studio. This is a free series on C programming language. If you like these videos, please subscribe to follow along with this series. Also, please like and leave a comment and share the video to help spread this series. Hello and welcome to this episode. So in this episode we have our second refinement of the problem that we were previously discussing in the previous episodes. We had initially created this pseudocode. Now we want to convert this pseudocode into more refinements. Now the first line of pseudocode in here, initialize variables, is converted into these two lines of code, which is to initialize total to 0 and initialize counter to 0. Only the total and the counter variables were needed to be initialized. The variables for the calculated average and the grade, these are inputs, didn't need to be initialized because their values will be calculated and input from the user respectively. Now the second line of our previously created pseudocode is converted into these 4 or 5 lines. The second line needed a structure that goes through each grade one at a time. And for that we have used the sentinel controlled iteration because we don't know how many grades needs to be processed. The user will put in valid grades one by one, and finally the user will type the sentinel value after putting in the last valid grade. After each grade is typed in, the program will check for this value and ends the loop when the sentinel is typed in. And finally, the last part of this pseudocode is converted into more refinement with these lines of pseudocode. So in these lines of pseudocode, we are being careful to check for division by 0 because it is a fatal error. Division by 0 is a fatal error, and if it's not caught, will cause the program to fail, which is called crashing. So instead of letting the fatal error to happen, we test for this case and handle it in our program in the right way, like by printing an error message. As you can see, that has happened in here. Stay tuned for our further refinements of this problem.